Nimitz Highway gets its name from Chester Nimitz. He was a fleet admiral of the Navy. He was in charge of Pearl Harbor back during World War II. And if you follow Nimitz Highway the opposite direction, it ends at the Nimitz Gate into Pearl Harbor. And if you follow it this direction, it ends in downtown Honolulu, and the road changes name right in the downtown Honolulu area and goes from Nimitz Highway to Ala Moana Boulevard. So this is the big intersection between, for the Sand Island access. If you turn right, this will take you out to the shipping terminals. Of course, this time of day, 3 o'clock, everybody's getting off work, so normally there'd be more trucks than cars, but now everybody's headed home. So everybody's here at 3 o'clock rush hour. Trying to get ahead of the main rush hour, which happens around 4 o'clock. That's when it really gets slow. And normally we would take this empty back to the shipping terminal, but we just want to reuse it, so we don't have to go there. Weather today is absolutely perfect. This is perfect trade wind weather. The weather's coming in from the northeast at 10 to 15 miles an hour. We're going up to a high of 84 degrees, so it's hot outside. Humidity is 72%. That is about as normal as it gets here in Hawaii. It's pretty much what we have every day of the year. Almost, not quite. But you can see the flags at McDonald's, gives you an idea what 15 mile an hour wind looks like. Even though it's hot outside with the trade winds, it feels cool, especially if you can get into a shady spot. You don't want to be out in the sun this time of year because the sun is just really intense. So if you're out in the sun, you want to limit your time out in the sun. Either that or cover up. Find the shady spot. So this is one of the main arteries from downtown Honolulu. Nimitz Highway. It runs along the coastline or around the harbor. This time of day we got some nice long lights. So here, what's this guy doing? Hour time, it helps, especially going in this direction, because we can we don't have as many cars. But eventually you catch a light, and then it's bumper to bumper. Driving all day in silence. Usually I listen to the radio, but for some reason today I just didn't want to think about anything. Keeping to my own thoughts. It's been a while since January was the last time I was on vacation, so it's almost 6 months. Ready to take some time off and go do something. Not sure what. much traveling at all during the summer months, just because that's when the kids are out of school. All your vacation spots are usually a lot more crowded. These are the type of vacation spots I like, you know, beach, hiking. I either go early summer, like in May, or back in the fall. Sometimes during the winter we'll go to a neighbor island. See, I like to take off about 3 times a year. 2 10-day vacation and maybe one 3-week vacation. If I'm going to go to the mainland, I like to go for at least a couple weeks. 3, 4 if I can get away with it. And then when we go to neighbor islands, we usually go for a week, but we try to extend the week to 10 days. Done that for a while. COVID kind of messed things up. Travel just doesn't seem the same as it used to be. For whatever reason, it seems like things are so much more expensive now. Especially as you go during the peak times. I have a friend that's going home for a funeral, and they're just flying home for the funeral for like 3 or 4 days. She told me her round trip ticket was $1,200. That's like twice what I normally pay. But again, it's the time of year, it's summertime, kids are out of school. They've been here all day. I think what they're doing is putting they're relining a pipe. I think that's the name of the company. You take old pipes, yeah, new life of an old pipe. I don't know how it works, but every time I just go by, they're standing around. It looks like they're packing up for the day. Maybe. Choked up. There might be a space in the front of the yard here. supervisors, and still no one really knows what they want to do. So we're going to put them on double stack it on 12. Cigarettes that was returned by the grocery store distribution warehouse. I didn't deliver this stuff, but somebody else did, so they wanted me to return it. The amount of paperwork involved in that is mind-boggling. So we're going to go double park over here on 1. Go inside and get this paperwork done. Then we will be done for the day. Apart from the hard start, the truck ran excellent today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 container movements, 161 miles. Typical day. I kind of giggle at a little bit at the, you know, the obstacles of every day are obstacles that I have really no control over. But you can let it aggravate you, or you can let it just go with the flow. Give you an example of, I mean, every run I do, there's some little thing you could probably nitpick and complain about. So we come in at 5:30 to carry a load down to the grocery store distribution warehouse. The idea is to be there at 7 o'clock. So we come in a little bit early just to make sure we're going to be there at 7 o'clock. So we come in early and there's no paperwork left out. So I don't know what container I'm looking for. So I go to the warehouse manager. I go, you know which can it is? They said, yeah, it's this can, but it's buried. So then I go out and sure enough, the container's got 8 trucks blocking it. So there's no way I'm getting it out before the drivers come in at 6 o'clock. So I wait around until 6 o'clock. They all come in and I tell them, hey, I'm doing the grocery store. I need you guys to get out of the way. And so everybody scrambles and we get out of the way, and you know, I ended up getting down to the grocery store distribution at 6:50. So we still made it, but it's just one of those little things that it's typical of any run. So my next run, go over and pick up this container from the tug and barge. All right, I got the container number. Is that a 20 or a 40? Oh, I don't know. We don't know. So now I gotta cruise the yard and find out, is it a 20 or a 40? I'm pretty sure it's a 24 footer by the number, but come to find out it's a 20 footer. See what other little things happen. So then we go to Young Brothers and the paperwork isn't right, the booking number isn't right, but luckily the clerk is good and we figure it all out. And then we go to do the solar farm. That was a good run, but it would have been nice if there would be an empty to bring back, because we keep taking containers out there, not bringing any back, and now there's like so many containers there. And we picked up the auto parts, that went well, and then we go down and pick up this empty that we dropped off first thing this morning, and I guess they had some problems with it, but the only thing they said, can you take back the cigarettes? And so we did that. So there's some might get upset about these things, but to me that's just the nature of the work. It's up to you to figure it out and do everybody else's job when they haven't done it right. And for the most part, it's just such an industry where, you know, you make little simple mistakes or people slip up. It's not like they're trying to do it on purpose. In fact, I always laugh when we went and did the inner island. She says, oh, this paperwork isn't right. And so I laughed and I said, yeah, they did it on purpose. They just want us to sit here and get stressed out about it. But of course that's not the case. It's just that they missed it. You know, there's a lot of dots to be I's to be I's to be dotted and T's to be crossed. So I was just thinking about, you know, how some people might find this job a little stressful. And not to mention the traffic and the tight quarters, tight maneuvering. But we're gonna head on home. We got so much leftovers in the fridge. It's gonna be a buffet tonight. I'm kind of looking forward to like a taco salad, big salad with a lot of leftovers on it. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Aloha.